guys, this is going to be a quick update and a really short review for the book I finished, The Lottery and Other Stories by Shirley Jackson. I've been out sick, so I really haven't been doing much of anything. So, I've been a little behind in my reading, but let's just get on with it. The Lottery by Shirley Jackson. This is 25 short stories in this book. The Lottery is one of the most famous, I think. I bet many people have read it in school, but it is a great short story. I'm going to put some links in the sidebar. One to a copy of The Lottery where you can read that story, and a video adaptation of The Lottery. That is the best short story I think ever written. It's about a society where each town holds a lottery every year. And then the lottery, they all gather, young and old from the town, every member of the town, and they each take a turn. Each head of households, which is usually a male, draws. They go one at a time and they draw from a black box. They can either get a slip of paper that's blank or one that has a dot, and there's only one that has the dot. And whatever family or household gets the dot, then they do another round where it's just that family that picks. And whoever gets the black dot of a family member, then they get stoned to death. So then each member of the town attacks them with stones. So it's really cool. And I think it's kind of similar to the Hunger Games almost, where you're just kind of, it's the luck of the draw, whether you live or die. Almost kind of like, it just reminded me of the Hunger Games. I think that's why I like it so much now, even more than I did when I read it in high school. But there's other good stories in here. Some of them are cute, like involving children and just kind of their sneaky, mischievous personalities. There's some serious ones. There's one, Elizabeth, that reminds me kind of like not the Nanny Diaries, but like, you know, of the young working woman in New York who does some underhanded things to get ahead. But for that time period of the late 40s, the storytelling ability is amazing. And to think that there are some racial stories in here, and just thinking of the time period it's written in, and just how amazing she can develop these characters that you're like, what? Why? What? They're very unusual and unique, and she's a wonderful storyteller. She reminds me of Dorothy Parker. If you haven't read anything by Dorothy Parker, read it. She was a wonderful writer, and she was so, like, some of her essays were just so funny. But anyway, I give this 4.5 out of 5 stars. It's excellent. Check out the links. Totally worth it. Great piece of literature. And the text is old school text. This is what I call old school text. It just looks old. The current book I'm reading, Everlost by Neil Shusterman. I have yet to find Unwind. I'm really upset about that. It's nowhere. But I got this. Check this one out at the library instead, because it sounds like it'll be just as good as Unwind. This is about two kids, Nick and Allie, who are stuck in Everlost, which is like a limbo. They got into a car accident and they're stuck in limbo, and Allie wants to do anything to move on and to get to heaven, and Nick is just kind of content with where he lives. I really like it so far. I'm not that far into it yet. But like I said, I haven't been feeling 100%, so I'm kind of just taking things as they come. But so far I can tell I love the characters so far, and the cover just says it all. It's really good. Then I did buy a book today. I don't know if you've seen the Percy Jackson and the Olympians movie trailer, but I got the first book in that series, The Lightning Thief. I was kind of hesitant on buying it, but I just bought it anyway because it wasn't that much. It was $7.17. And the movie looks pretty good, so I'll probably go see that when it comes out. So yeah, this is just basically about a boy, Percy Jackson, who needs to make amends with the Greek gods because somehow he's angered them. And Zeus's lightning bolt got stolen, and it's just it sounds like a really good mythological adventure story. And I think there's 4 or 5 books in the series, so that'll be fun. Plus the director of the movie worked on some of the Harry Potter films, so that's always cool. So yeah, I don't know when I'm going to read this. The text is average. It's pretty thick. So, sounds pretty cool. So that's kind of what I've been doing. I checked out a few books from the library. If you want me to do a haul, I can do that. But I wasn't planning on it. Yeah, I notice a lot of people on YouTube have the same problem as me. They go to the library and they check out books when they have plenty to read at home. I'm the same way. But it's always so tempting when you go in. I just gotta start using the Dropbox and not going in, because you always seem to find at least one book, if not 12. So thank you for all my new subscribers. Check out the link for the lottery. If you've read it, let me know what you think. Yes, thank you for watching. I'm a little behind on my book challenge, but hopefully I can catch up. But life got in the way, as it does with everything. So, yeah, thanks for watching, guys.